Come on. Everybody get on down. Get on down. Get on down. Everybody get on down. Come on. Let's get down. Jump aboard, it's the party train, and we're coming to your town. Here's your chance, might not come again, so get up and get on down. Don't you wait, don't you hesitate, the moment's here, the time is right. Shake your stuff, you can't get enough, we're gonna boogie down tonight, yeah. Everybody get on down, wanna get down, wanna get down, yeah. Everybody get on down, down, yeah. Don't be shy, give yourself a try, that's how it feels to just
Sonsuz Muhabbetler'de sevgili Marianne Williamson'ı ağırlıyoruz. Welcome Marianne.
Thank you.
It's a great honor to be with you. There are so many readers and followers of you in Turkey,
Thank you.
especially return with your book Return to Love,
Thank you.
and the other books, and also they have sent you your loves, gratitudes, and thanks for all your goodness that you bring our lives.
Thank you very, very much. I'm honored. I was in Istanbul when I was a child,
You were a
but
child.
I haven't been in many years. So I think of your country, and I think a lot of people in the world think of your country with kindness and also with prayers right now.
Right now. And when we talk about love, these are the times it's not easy to return to love, especially in the Middle East region. And we live so much suffering at the last days, last month or 2 months before, and while we are so much suffering, we cannot easily return to love and return to ourselves.
Of course.
And many people are so confused, and they asked me about what can I do now? We already have many spiritual knowledge, we know that, but when a bomb collapsed and 100 people died,
Yes.
we got so much suffering. What do you suggest us?
Yes. Well, as you know, here in our country, we had the 9/11 disaster, the bomb, the extraordinary violence. And I think that there are clearly two ways that you can go. You can go into greater love, or you can go into greater fear. And you see what happens when people choose the way of fear, both as individuals and as countries. And I think in very unfortunate ways, my country chose the way of fear. There is much happening on the planet today, and much happening in the Middle East, that tempts us to fear. Albert Einstein said the problems of the world will not be solved on the level of thinking that we were at when we created them. There are many issues in the Middle East where if you only think about it with your rational mind, you only get more scared. Because on a rational level, these problems are huge and complicated. It's like if you look at something like World War II and the Nazis, it was like a cancer that you could operate on. It was an operable tumor. And the cancer was removed. But today's problems are more like a cancer that has already metastasized. And it's wrapped around healthy organs. And you can't just go in there and take it out. And so we need a more holistic treatment for the world's problems, just like we take a more holistic treatment for the body's problems when they occur. You don't just seek to eradicate or suppress the symptoms. In the Middle East, being a perfect example, there's a limit to how effective this can be. So for those of us who believe in the power of prayer, for those of us who believe in the power of meditation, When Einstein said the problems of the world will be solved from another level of thinking, what we want to do daily is spend at least 3 to 5 minutes with your eyes closed and allow your mind to pierce the veil. What do I mean by that? The entire three-dimensional reality is like a veil over a truer truth. And within the veil, different people, different opinions, different religions, different attitudes, hatred for each other, and so forth. But beyond all that, there is a spiritual reality where all of us are one. We are not separate. There is no place where the spirit in me stops and the spirit in you starts, because the entire time-space continuum in which it appears to me that you're over there and I'm over here, that itself, according to Einstein, is an illusion of consciousness. So in that quantum field of ultimate reality, there is no place where you stop and I start. That would also be true if you were Palestinian and I was Israeli. This would also be true if you were a religious Muslim and I was secular. So on that level where we pierce the illusion, we see our oneness. The poet Rumi said, out beyond all ideas of good and bad, right and wrong, there is a field. I'll meet you there. That's the only place we can meet. So this is the time for us to own not just the inner peace that meditation can bring, but also the outer peace that meditation can bring. First of all, meditation, I think more than anything else in terms of the power we can bring to these situations, really seeing and visualizing our oneness. What we're trying to do is, quote unquote, figure out what to do and then have peace, which when you look at the Middle East and when you look at many situations in the world, we don't know what to do. So humanity is now faced with the challenge to evolving to a place where what to do is not the primary question. The primary question is who to be. And we must be, brothers, we must be in that oneness with God that puts us in oneness with each other, whether we call God, God, or by whatever name. So I think those of us who take forgiveness seriously and take meditation seriously and take prayer for peace seriously, most people within the political spheres would say, oh, you're just over on the side somewhere. You're not dealing with reality. But from our perspective, we are the ones dealing most powerfully with reality, because in that quantum field, miracles happen.
Yeah, and you are not just doing your meditations and prayers. These are so important that you tell. But I know that you are a political activist also.
Yeah.
And about spirituality and politics, they are not combined with each other. I cannot find easily any sources about that. How can you manage? How can you manage this?
Well, actually, there are sources, beginning with Mahatma Gandhi, who did articulate what he called the philosophy of nonviolence, which was, of course, the force which actually got rid of the British colonial empire from India. Then Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., traveled to India, studied the principles of nonviolence, and brought them back to the United States to apply them in the struggle for civil rights during the 1960s. So between Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King, we actually do have very advanced, sophisticated material. Now, I think we are born assigned. You are assigned to manhood, I'm assigned to womanhood. You are assigned to Turkey, I'm assigned to the United States. Our souls incarnate in a way that the universe is then saying, you are steward of this piece. This is your garden to till. And you and I are living at what has turned out to be a complicated time in history, more than we would have thought even 20 years ago. Turkey and the United States, I'm not saying we didn't have problems, but neither country thought 20 or 30 years ago there was not the kind of challenge that we're facing now. So what we, from a spiritual perspective, want to remember is that you and I are not assigned to our countries to be at the effect of the craziness. You and I were assigned there to be so aligned with the truth of love that love will instruct us how we might be transformational elements in our countries. I really want you to know, and all the people on your program to know, I as an American, but I hope you know how many people truly wish you well. Turkey is extremely important. We get that, people know that. And many of us are witnessing the internal dynamics in Turkey. So there's a lot of prayer for you and for your country that is coming from people who are not themselves Turkish.
Thank you, thank you. I know you don't have so much time, but I want to thank you so much that you accept my interview with Marianne. Thank you for everything.
Absolutely.
Thank you for everything, and I want to kiss you for
Thank
all
you.
your readers
you.
and watchers. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. And if you invite me to Istanbul, I will be, or is it Istanbul where you live?
I am in Izmir, but it's in Istanbul. We would like to be here with us. You know.
Well, I would be honored. My daughter lives in Europe, and I'm there fairly often, and I will visit your country whenever you invite me.
I will do. I will do. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sonsuz Muhabbetler'de Marianne Williamson'ı ağırladık. İzlediğiniz için çok teşekkür ederiz.
Come on. Everybody get on down. Get on down. Get on down. Everybody get on down. Come on. Let's get down. Jump aboard, it's the party train, and we're coming to your town. Here's your chance, might not come again, so get up and get on down. Don't you wait, don't you hesitate, the moment's here, the time is right. Shake your stuff.